people, welcome back with the one and only, the true Yaya Chino Falaci. Today we're talking about Champions League round of 16 predictions, Champions League review. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep liking this page going forward. Hit the bell for notifications as we keep bringing you great content going forward. So let's jump into this. Yes, the Champions League group stages for me was enjoyable. We saw Bayern Munich, Copenhagen getting out the group. We saw Arsenal, PSV getting out the group. We saw Atletico and Lazio getting out the group. We saw the so-called group of death, PSG and Dortmund getting out that group. We saw Napoli, Real Madrid getting out theirs. We saw Inter Milan and Real Sociedad getting out theirs, which to me, that group also was pretty, that was also could be considered the group of death. There's Man City and Leipzig getting out theirs, which was, I think, the easiest group for both teams. And then you had Barcelona and Porto getting out of their group. Now, I think based on what we saw with the teams getting out their group, they tried again to put big teams to try to get the big names to go through. So we see with the draw, we saw Porto versus Arsenal. We saw Napoli versus Barcelona, good tie. We see PSG versus Real Sociedad. We see Inter Milan, Atletico. We see PSV, Dortmund, Lazio, Bayern, Copenhagen, Man City, RB Leipzig, Real Madrid. Good games. I think, if I was to be honest, I think people would be looking at games like Copenhagen and Man City, and PSV and Dortmund, PSG and Real Sociedad, and think, hey, and FC Porto and Arsenal, and think it's an easy way through for these teams. But Arsenal got knocked out Europa League by Sporting, and FC Porto is a serious team. Like, don't sleep on Porto. Porto is a very good team, and they have lots of Champions League experience with players that have decades of playing in the Champions League. Whereas with Arsenal, you have players that have played in the Champions League, but you have lots of young, inexperienced players. Yeah, they've played at the higher heights, but Champions League, quarterfinals and semi-finals is not as easy. Understand? Then you have PSG, Real Sociedad again. This game is going to be won in the middle of the pitch. Well, most games are won by the engine, because your car can't work properly if your engine not working. But yet still, PSG midfield have a lot of young players coming through, and you see Real Sociedad now building that connection, and they no longer have David Silva, and it's the quality it shows. And I think PSG have a bit too much for Real Sociedad. The attack will just be too much. Mbappe, Colomani, and Dembele, and Hakimi coming down, and Hernandez coming down. I think there's too much firepower coming at them. But the ball is round and anything can happen. So for that tie, I'm giving PSG. Napoli, Barcelona. Napoli, I do not think, as much as I love Barcelona, right, and I like their midfield, and I like that what the team is, even if they're like a sketchy bunch of I still like them, because this is just Barcelona, man. Like, it's Barcelona. At the end of the day, it's Barcelona. They've done a lot for football. As sketchy as they might be, they've done a lot for football. So let's enjoy it. But I still just don't think they have enough for Napoli. I can't see it. Even if Napoli have lost, even in the Italian Cup today, I just don't think they have enough to stop Victor Osimhen. Barcelona defense, like, look at what Rashford did them. Like, with pace and power, right? that defense struggles. I'm telling you, we've seen it many times. We've seen it many times with pace. This team struggles, and we have to be understanding that Barcelona is not Barcelona of the old. United isn't United of the old. So we can't just think, oh, because Barcelona, don't sleep on Napoli. Arsenal, Porto, as I said already, Porto, for me, personally, I think Porto I don't know, man. That's a really good tie. Like, I don't want to be biased to Arsenal because they're flying and they have some really good players, but I just feel Porto have a lot of experience. But if the first game is at the Emirates and Arsenal doesn't have injuries because of this hectic season throughout the Christmas, and they go to the Emirates the first game, Arsenal flying, they're going to put it on Porto, and I think it's going to be very hard to then Porto do the same to Arsenal. Maybe they might win, but they won't be able to beat Arsenal as much as what Arsenal will put on them at the Emirates. But who knows? As I say, the ball is round. Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, for me, I can't wait to see that game. I can't wait to see PSV Eindhoven versus Dortmund, just because of the youngsters concept and just seeing lots of youngsters and a little one or two senior players just with that sort. They have similar makeups in terms of their team, so I want to see how they play against each other, that youthful energy. Yeah, I really want to see that. I'm very excited to see PSG versus, not RB Leipzig versus Real Madrid. My boy, and as I say, forever, the best player in the world right now, nobody can tell me nothing different, Jude Bellingham. That young man that just look like he's supposed to be in dancehall videos. He is the best. Hey, look, when you see Jude Bellingham, right, you look at that kid and you're like, yo, this guy just looks like a man who just supposed to be modeling, swagging out, like in movies, them kind of vibes. Just doing your thing, bro. But yo, he puts on a football, soccer thing. Just take this out your mouth from now on. Yeah, I'm banning myself right now from using the term soccer. Football from today. Football. We no longer use the term soccer on this channel. It is football. And I'm saying right now, Jude Bellingham as a football player, he is a different animal to this football game. And for 20 years old, this young man's level of professionalism, his level of athleticism, how quick he thinks in the game, his fundamentals, like everything is basic. You're watching an old man, like 30-year-old man just playing football, going through the motions, Jude Bellingham, man. Like, when he hits 25, I can't wait to see the player he is. He is going to be a brilliant player. I just hope he keeps his mind right and he keeps on the right path, because he's on his way to be the best player in the world for a few years on this momentum that he's on. I still think they'll beat Leipzig though. I just think Real Madrid is Real Madrid. You don't really stop them until they get to another stage or the semi-final. This team just have something about this competition, and we just have to understand that it's the Galacticos. And when the Galacticos come to galactify, they come to electrify and satisfy. So let's just enjoy it. But Jude Bellingham, Real Madrid beat Leipzig easily. Then you have Copenhagen versus Man City. No, this is the bogus game. And people saying, oh, just because, you love Man U. And no, I love football. But you see Man City and Copenhagen, and why I'm going to tell y'all this is the bogus game. Man City is the winners of the competition. Not only that, they have been said to be the best team in the world for the last 2 to 3 years. Now, in my opinion, they've only been the best team in the world for the last year because they won the quadruple. They won the quadruple one and they won the Champions League. The best European competition or the best club competition in the world, right? Now, Copenhagen, nobody even expected them to even play Europa League. Like, they shouldn't be here. That is what the media thinks. So that is what people think. So the build up to these games, they're under no pressure. They're actually under no fucking pressure. They can literally go to Man City, turn up, cause trouble at their home because there's no home and away. So it's not like City can say, boy, okay, we can go there, hit a goal, and nah. So these guys can defend for the 180 minutes and nick one. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go out and run at Man City. I don't think this tie is going to be as easy as it is. Do I think City have enough to win? Of course. Do I think they will win? Well, for the bettors, I hope not. Because if you're betting on Copenhagen, yo, the bookies, trust me, bro, if y'all betting, big up to Sportsbet and Bet365, tab all of them, bet up yourself. Big up yourself. But honestly, like, bro, I'm telling you, for the bookies, no. But for football, I think City needs to win. I would honestly like to see Man City, Porto, Napoli, PSG, Atletico Madrid, Dortmund, Bayern, and Real Madrid. Those are the teams I would like to see in the group, the round of 8. I would say Arsenal, but you know, I just have this relationship with Arsenal fans, and I really like the club, but I just don't like the fans. So it's a bittersweet feeling. I want them to do good because I like some of the players and I like the club and I like what Wenger did, but just don't fucking like some of y'all. Like, I just don't like some of y'all fans. You know, y'all celebrate small things, but when other fans celebrate small things, y'all laugh. It's a joke. Y'all are comicals. You know, Delusion FC, while the United fans are banter FC. They're so stupid, United fans, right? They banter their own club to the point where their club manager and so have to start banning the media for bring false news because it reached a point where if you don't talk about United, you ain't making no money. So they just have to make up news, you know? But anyways, this has been your boy with the Champions League preview / review / predictions. We'll bring you another one about who we really think will win the competition when we see the quarterfinal stages. But don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the page. Keep commenting below so we can hit the bells for notifications so we can keep bringing you great content going forward. Have a great day and take care of yourself. One love. Peace.